You ever been in a class that's moving way too fast? Or maybe just painfully slow? What if you had a personal tutor, one that's on call 24/7 and it adapts to your exact learning style? Well, that's not science fiction anymore. Today we're diving into the chatbot revolution and how it's completely changing the game for how we all learn and pick up new skills.
So let's just get right into it. Can you really learn a new skill, like I'm talking a new language or even complex software, using nothing but a chatbot? It sounds like a crazy question, right? But people are actually doing it right now, and the results, they're pretty incredible.
Just take a second and imagine a learning experience that's built just for you. It knows what you're good at, it figures out where you're struggling, and it adjusts in real time to keep you on your toes, but not completely overwhelmed. And look, this isn't just about making things a little easier. This is a huge shift in how we think about education itself.
But to really get why this is such a big deal, we have to talk about what's not working. So let's look at the trouble with tradition, the stuff about old school learning that drives us all kind of nuts. I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? That one class that's either dragging its feet or leaving you totally in the dust. That's the problem with the whole one-size-fits-all approach. And then you throw in the real-world problems, like cost and location and just finding the time. And yeah, it's no wonder learning something new can feel like climbing a mountain.
And this is exactly where the story takes a turn. AI-powered chatbots, they're stepping in to fill those gaps. They're giving us a powerful and totally new way to learn.
And the difference is just wow, it's night and day. We're going from this rigid one-way street to something that's flexible and deeply personal. This isn't just a small tweak for efficiency. It's completely rethinking what learning can be for literally everyone.
So what does this actually look like out in the wild? How are these things working? Well, let's explore how chatbots are basically becoming this whole new class of tutor.
And they're popping up everywhere. You've got students who now have a 24/7 tutor that moves at their speed. Language learners can practice having actual conversations for hours without feeling embarrassed. And in the professional world, people are using them for everything from learning to code to getting better at public speaking. It's wild.
Okay, let's zoom in on one of those professional uses, one that the source material calls genuinely mind-blowing. We're going to talk about your new AI coding partner.
Mind-blowing. That's the exact word our source material uses to describe this, and honestly, it fits. These AI coding assistants aren't just little helper tools. They are fundamentally changing the entire relationship a developer has with their own code.
So what even is an AI coding assistant? Well, think of it this way. It's not just a spell checker for code. No, this thing is proactive. It actually watches what you're typing, it predicts what you're trying to do, and then it jumps in with suggestions for better, faster, more elegant ways to get it done.
And what this does is create this amazing learning loop. First, it figures out your intent. Then, it offers these expert-level suggestions on the fly. And finally, you get instant feedback. This cycle, predict, suggest, feedback, can literally shave months, maybe even years, off the time it takes to learn to code.
Really, the best way to think about it is like this. It's like having a super experienced senior programmer sitting right next to you, always there to help out, but never to judge. It's basically a mentor on demand, and it turns learning from this lonely struggle into a creative partnership.
So let's pull the camera back a bit and look at the bigger picture this is all painting for the future of learning. The real takeaway here is personalization on a massive, massive scale.
So what does all this add up to? Well, it points to a future where learning isn't a privilege anymore. It's not limited by your zip code or your bank account. It becomes way more accessible, deeply personal, and incredibly efficient. It's creating a world where anyone, anywhere, has the tools they need to master pretty much anything.
And, as our source material says at the end, when you really think about what this could do, the potential to unlock so much human creativity and talent all over the world, well, that is absolutely something to get excited about.
So how about you? Have you used a chatbot or some other AI tutor to learn something new? What was that like? We would seriously love to hear your story, so drop us a line in the comments below.
And hey, if you're as excited about where all this is heading as we are, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll be back soon with more explainers on the tech that's changing our world. Thanks for tuning in.